So there was a subtlety in the previous video that I didn't cover that sometimes comes up that's worth talking about. So in the previous video, were looking at the 70th percentile of a data set that had 20 data points, and that happened to work out to be the 14th observation exactly. But there's cases where the answer here doesn't exactly correspond to an observation you can look up directly in the list. So an example might be if we're looking for the 12.50th percentile, so 0.125. When we multiply that by the number of observations, we get back 2.5. So what do we do in cases like this where the percentile that we're looking for doesn't have a direct observation in the data set? Well, a good place to start is the two nearest data points. So in this case, it'd be the second observation and the third observation. So let's go ahead and pull those from the list. So we can access the elements of a list using the parentheses. So I'm going to access the second element of the list, and I'm going to go ahead and store that in, let's put it in A. Alright, so there is the second element. And let's go ahead and grab the third element. And let's store that in B. Alright, so the 12.50th percentile it's telling us is 2.5, the observation 2.5. So we want to look halfway between the second observation and the third observation. That's the 0.5 that we're chopping off from the 2.5 there. So we want to take the second and the third element here, and we want to find the difference between them, how much is changing between the two observations. And then we're going to take 50% of that. Alright, so let's go ahead and calculate the difference. We stored the third in B, so let's subtract the second, which we stored in A. And let's go ahead and store that in a third variable and call it C, let's say. Alright, so that is the difference between the third and the second element. So we're going to take 50% of this, 50% of the difference here. Right? And then we're going to add it to the second observation, which we stored in A. So this will give us an approximation of what the 12.50th percentile should be. 2.5 and some change. Alright, there you go.